Okay, I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible. This has taken me 20 fucking minutes. This has taken me way longer than what I want it to. I got a Concord video I want to do. I'm just gonna get this shit out there because I need to get it out there by tonight or tomorrow. So, Splitgate 2 is a first-person shooter which is being developed by 1047 Games. It's a 4v4 first-person shooter. It's a sequel to the original Splitgate, obviously, because that's why it has fucking 2 in its name, you moron. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. And it has classes, unlike the original. I don't think had classes, but I never played the original, so just take that with a grain of salt. I don't fucking know. And I'm gonna run through some features I liked, some I didn't like, and then the class basis, I'm just gonna like briefly go over it and just like say what is, and personally what I believe the potential the game has, it being a successful game or live service game in this realm of, well, live service games. So we'll start with the classes. I think just the simplest thing. I've got it up here because, well, you know, I don't remember shit from when I played. I just got gameplay in the background. So yeah, you've got light, and its ability is rush, movement, and reload speed boost plus a one-time health boost. That's the ability. Its team trait, which is something I believe is also new to the franchise or the game, is a Taskmaster. Faster ability cooldown for you and your teammates. And then you've got medium, which is not even going to try to pronounce that. Hypersight, Bully Flight reveals enemies through walls and teammates. Basic ability, wellness, faster health regeneration for your team. Oh, sorry, that's a team trait, and your teammates. So yeah. Then you've got the heavy, which is a smart wall, transparent barrier wall that you can shoot through, but enemies cannot, so they can't shoot through it. Team trait. Shock pile, spawn in with extra reserves ammo for you and your teammates. So it's definitely different from the original. It's a bit more expansive, it's a bit better, and I like that. I think a lot of people do. So yeah, going to the things I didn't like, very few things I didn't like about the game. Like, extremely very few things. Some guns were just really weak. It's an alpha, that shit's kind of expected. It's an alpha, like, it's there for criticism and etc. You know what I mean. So yeah, things I didn't like, really not very much. The only thing I didn't like is how enemies could go through your portal and you could go through theirs, and then you could shoot through your own portal. I feel like that was a little annoying. Yeah, because like you can't see, because for an example, let me give you an example. You can't see through enemy portals, you can't see through your own team's portals, you can only see through your portals, and I don't know if you can shoot through enemy portals. I have no clue if you can. I'm just gonna give a real review, but I feel like being able to go through enemy portals is a little annoying. I don't like that very much. It's realistic, but it's not really my thing. I don't like it very much. Being able to go through your team's portals is fine. I think that's cool. That's whatever. I don't do who really gives a shit about that. I just personally didn't like being, shot through my portal, and shot through a portal. I feel like it's a little broken because you can't see them, and yeah, you can go through the portal, but it's like, yeah, y'all know what I mean. I don't really have to elaborate on top of that. So that's just one thing I didn't like, that you could go through enemy portals and that you could shoot through your portal. I just think that was a little annoying. But as you can see on the screen, I just went through my teammate's portal and then I died because I'm a dumbass. I'm not very good at the game. I don't play online games very often. But I like how you can go through your teammate's portals. I like how you can go through your teammates' portals. I like how you can't shoot through your teammates' portals, from my knowledge. But I just don't like how enemies can go through your portal and you can go through their portal. I just think that's a little broken in my opinion. And then I also don't like how you can shoot through your portal. So I think that's really broken. It's pretty much like you put your portal down, then you can sit on the other side of the map and just shoot through it. And I just think that's a little broken. I don't know if there's like a range thing on shooting through your portals. I don't know. That's from what I know. And then you can shoot through portals. I did it a little, yeah. Secondly, some of the guns felt weak. It's an alpha, so it's, it's expected. It's an alpha. It's expected, exactly. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really have any other criticisms about the game. It was very polished for an alpha. I suspect I'll get to that in a second. I suspect we'll see it early next year, but the maps were very they were different. I liked the portal. I like where you could put your portals and where you couldn't. Yeah. I don't have very many criticisms about the game because there's not really much to criticize. It's just overall really good. There were just like one or two things I didn't like, which again with the portals and shooting through the portals. I don't know if that was in the original, but I just personally don't like that. It's personal. What I did like about the game, I loved how the game felt. I loved playing the quick class. I think that was really cool. Just being able to fly around the map, shooting the fuck out of people. I love Halo. I love Halo. I had loved Halo Infinite. I never grew up playing Halo. I'm yapping. I gotta shut the fuck up. You know, so playing this game was really fun. I love the gunplay. It was unique. It's different in this landscape of first-person shooters. It gave me the finals feel. The finals was really fun. It was very unique in my opinion. Um, but yeah, so I liked the gunplay. Obviously, it's pretty much just the same from the first one. From my knowledge, it was very enjoyable. I loved getting kills. Honestly, I got a real big heart on when I was killing a bunch of people. That shit was fun as fuck. Yeah. Uh, One thing I didn't like about the game, going back to the criticisms, is sometimes on certain game modes, the wait time for when you die, like your timer when you die, can be like fucking 25 seconds, 20 seconds, which I think is extremely long. Like, that's way too long in my opinion. I didn't like that. Again, personal criticism, you know. And then there was some points in the game, right? This is another criticism, where sometimes like the melee range was really bad. So like you could, it's like someone would be like pretty far from me. I think I'll just bring the clip up on here. They'll be like pretty far from me, and then somehow they'll just clip towards me and then melee me. It was really weird. But on day 2 of the beta, or like day 3, whatever the hell it was, I didn't like, it wasn't a problem. So I don't know what ended up happening. So yeah, that's a personal critique. So those were mainly just my issues with the game. And again, I already said what I like about the game. I love the gunplay. Obviously, the portals were great. Just pretty much the same from the first one, from what I know. Here you can see me get bodied by, well, getting meleeed to death. That's another, like, 15-second timer. What I do like, though, is when you kill the enemy. I think it's when you kill the enemy that killed you, your timer is less, which I really like. I think that's really cool. Yeah, like the timer goes down. Like, you just saw it before in this game. Maybe I'll just bring it back up now. Where when you die, and then someone kills the guy who killed you, your timer goes down by 3 seconds. I think that's really cool. But I feel like that whole system's a little. It's only there because the kill time, because the respawn times are so long. And then you're about to see me get fucking bodied. Never mind, I bodied the fuck out of him. I thought I died there. Never mind. And then you're about to see me kick this guy's ass. Okay, so I'm getting distracted in my own gameplay. As you know, I'm just too good at the game. I'm not okay. No, I'm not. But whatever. Yeah. Yeah. But what I think about the game, and what do I think, and what do I think the game has a chance in the industry of live service games? In this day and age, there's so many live service games that come and go. Like, we've seen a lot so far. We've seen the finals last year. We saw Helldivers 2 early this year. We've seen Concord very recently, which has been staggeringly bad. Like 600 players max on Steam, which is very disappointing. An array of other live service games. Do I think Splitgate 2 has a possibility of making it in this industry as it is right now? Where it stands in its primitive state, no. Not with how it is in this very moment, but it is an alpha, early build. But I think if they can evolve on what is here and what we're playing, and or what we've experienced, I think it has a monumentally good chance at being successful. In the live service space, I think it has a really good chance of being a big, successful live service game. I think it could stand up there with the greats. I think it needs to take advantage right now of the lack of Halo, pretty much. In this day and age, Halo Infinite isn't doing very well. Let's just be real here. We haven't gotten an installment since 2021, and the installment we did get was good at launch, but it hasn't really evolved into anything really that good. So with the game feeling like Halo and being similar to Halo, minus, like, the more bigger maps of Halo, I think the game has a really, really good chance of being, well, a ginormous live service game. Yeah, like the first one had really big success because, again, it capitalized on the market of It capitalized on the market of no Halo, pretty much. That's how the first one made it or succeeded, because of the gameplay being very similar to Halo. Not entirely, but yeah, yeah. I'm getting a little distracted, but no, yeah. In all honesty, in this day and age, I think it has a really, really good chance of being successful. Um, but they've got to do something that a lot of live service games seem to fail at, and that's post-launch content. These games launch, all these live service games launch with really good content at launch, Helldivers in the Finals being two of them. Um, they launch with really, really unique and good content when they first release, and they're really good. And then after launch, it seems like they don't know what they're doing and they just don't update it properly. And you're about to watch me body this guy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Um, okay, I got fucked, but whatever. That's not important. Yeah. Um, in this day and age, you see a lot of um live service games which release, and they really don't know how to update. They just don't. And usually their post-launch content is not the greatest. It's just not. And in this day and age, I hope 1047 Games can keep up and update the game properly and don't fumble it, because they've got the foundation of a very, very amazing game and a very fun game I can see myself playing in the future. Um, yeah. And then personally, yeah, that's what I think. That's it, you know? Yeah. Um, Final thing before I go, I'm gonna link the game, the Steam page of the game, in the comment section if you want to go book, wish list it and all that stuff. Go show them support. Maybe go play the first one. Hey, I like this so much, I might go play the first one. Yeah, so go show them some support on Twitter and stuff. I'll link their Twitter and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is what I thought about the game. And one more thing I want to say about it, it says 2025. I suspect we'll see it early 2025. And I hope it's like the finals where we end up getting a Game of the Year announcement where it's like Game of the Year comes around. Yeah, and then like, they're like, oh, and it's coming later today. That was really cool with the finals. It was very short notice, but that was epic. I love the finals at launch too. But yeah, that isn't that's for a different time. That's for a different story, etc., etc. But no, yeah, I enjoyed Splitgate 2. I really hope the developers know what they're doing and that they can release post-launch or after-launch updates, and they can update it properly and do the game justice, because the game has a solid foundation. I keep dying. I'm shitful. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, but I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted. The game has a really good foundation. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's what I thought. Not that my opinion really matters, but if you did like it, that's that. I'm done. I'm gonna get back to doing whatever the fuck I was doing. Concord video coming out next week. See you then. Bye.